Hey folks, it's Egwin here from Beyond Systems. Today we're talking about one element of a plank position. To be more precise, we're going to talk about the engagement of the glutes. First of all, how to engage them, and second of all, how much we should actually engage them for a most efficient, healthy plank position. Now, the plank position is an extremely complex biomechanical pattern. So to talk about all the biomechanical ins and outs will take much more than one video. This is just one to get started. Now we're going to talk about the gluteal area back here. When we are in a plank position like this, our glutes are definitely engaged. The question is, how much? Many cue in a plank position to maximally engage the glutes. Squeeze your glutes as hard as you can. You might have heard that before. I definitely suggest you do not do that. Here is why. First thing I want you to do is go into a plank position, engage your glutes, and then let go of the tension in your glutes as much as possible. Then again, tense them up as much as possible, re-engage them as much as possible, and then let go of them again and observe what is this actually doing in your structure. So from here, tense the glutes as much as possible, release. Tense the glutes as much as possible, and release. Tense the glutes as much as possible, and release. What does this do in your structure? You might have felt that engagement of the glutes in this posture also favors engagement of the core. Now, the core, since I said it's a quite complex thing, the core we'll discuss a little later. Now, let's just stick with the hip joints. The glutes obviously extend the leg in the hip joints, but if you squeeze them at full force, they'll also sort of partially externally rotate your thighs, and in this position your body will naturally jump in and try to counteract this external rotation, which means that the pressure in the hip joint increases. This is not a good idea, especially in terms of functionality. Isometrics, so to increase pressure in a joint by activating muscles all around it and locking the joint out, can be quite nice for strength training. But in terms of functionality and in terms of efficiency, for really using a plank position as a biomechanical pattern rather than just a posture for strength training, is definitely, those are two separate things. Now, the right gluteal engagement, you can go into it like this. Bring your hands into the proper position that you want them in, so your arms will be almost 90% into the ground. I'll explain the almost in a second. Then extend your knees slightly backwards like this and roll your toes under as much as you can. Now you'll see I don't have a full 90-90 position right now with my arms. And here comes the reason. From here, just simply lift your pelvis up. You can do that in different ways. Right now I want you to do it by thinking to extend this part to the back. So the back of your knee slightly up and towards your heels actually. So from here, I'll actually do this. This automatically engages the glutes. You see, you'll also be pushed slightly forward, and now you are in a proper plank position. This gentle engagement out of this position will naturally have you use the muscle in the most functional way possible, bringing your hip joint in the right position and engaging it just enough to actually hold this posture. When you engage a muscle just enough to stabilize and support a posture like this, what does it do? It helps you to still be a functional biomechanical unit in here rather than a locked out posture. It will still engage, it will still tune, tone, and actually train you and your muscular patterns, but it will do so in a physiological way. Obviously, the second part to this So from here, engaging your glutes to lift the knees up the ground, this will also intensify and optimize once you know how to activate your core, and that's what we're going to look at in the next video. Basically, it's using your transverse abdominis rather than your rectus abdominis muscle, but we'll talk about that in the next video. Thanks for watching, have a wonderful time, try this out, and also stay present, stay aware, and try to perceive what does this muscle engagement do with your lumbar spine, with your sacroiliac joints, and so on. Because if you engage the glutes just right, then those areas will feel stable, yet still free. And this is exactly what you want in the posture. Thanks for watching. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet and want to stay up to date, hit the subscribe button and click like and share if you enjoyed the video. Have a wonderful time and see you around soon. Bye.